Welcome to Movement and Function. I'm Beth Wagner. In today's video, I'm going to show you my 6 favorite exercises to resolve a frozen shoulder. There are a lot of different exercises that you could do for frozen shoulder. A lot of things you might find online through massage therapists, physical therapists, etc. I've narrowed this down to my favorite 6 exercises. I recommend doing these at least 4 times a day and pushing into discomfort each time you do them. That's the best way to make progress with these exercises. So let's go ahead and get started. Exercise number 1 is posture correction with chin tuck and a shoulder blade squeeze. So first thing here is to sit in a good position with your pelvis lifted, a little bit of arch in your low back, your shoulder blades relaxed down and back, chest lifted, and then do a little bit of a chin tuck and squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. This postural correction is really important because poor posture over time contributes to pinching through the shoulder, and we don't get nearly the range of motion we need in the shoulder with poor posture. Further, if you do the exercises that I'm recommending in that poor posture, you're actually more likely to further irritate and potentially even damage your shoulder. So it is really important that you start these exercises with good posture. The first shoulder range of motion exercise is flexion, scaption, and abduction. Alternating these movements within one exercise is a great way to gain range of motion and tends to be a bit more comfortable as well. We'll be using a stick with this exercise, so you'll want to grab a dowel or selfie stick, broomstick, whatever you have on hand. The lighter the better. First step, so if it's my left shoulder that's affected, we'll hold the handle of the stick in the right hand and bring it back. Bring the front of the stick or the top of the stick forward, hold it with the hand that on the side that's affected. First position, we'll press up into flexion. Pause and lower. Don't hold the position in this exercise. Just pause and then lower. Go up to at an angle, pause and lower. And now go out to the side. Go up as far as you can, pause and come back down. Then we're going to go forward again. Forward and down, angle 45 degrees. Up and down. And then finally, out to the side and down. All right. Shoot for 25 times. So combined, so 1 is forward, angle, and side. That's 1 repetition. Go for 25 times. You can also do this exercise standing up or lying down. Each position has a little different benefit to it. When you're lying down, gravity will actually help pull your arm over your head. Doing it sitting and standing is a little more functional because that's the position we tend to reach in much more often than lying down. The next exercise is external rotation, also using the stick. On the arm that is impacted, hold the stick with your palm up like this. The other hand, it doesn't really matter. You can hold it however you want. But on the hand that's impacted, palm needs to be up. Starting with good posture and your elbow close to your side, but not tucked in firmly. Press the stick out, bringing your hand away from your body. Keep your elbow close. This exercise is not this. That's a totally different exercise. This exercise is external rotation. Press your hand out, pause, and come back in. Now with external rotation, it's just fine to hold the stretch. In fact, you'll get more benefit out of it if you do. So work up with this. Start with just a couple second hold, work up to 5 second, 10 second, even 15 second hold. That is great to do. You could also do this exercise lying down or standing up. We'll do 2 exercises for internal rotation. First up is hand behind the back. If it's my left side that's affected, I will reach my hand behind my back as far as I can go. You can use the other hand then to gently reach down to the bottom of your hand and try to press a bit higher. Pause here and then relax. It's also helpful to hold the stretch with the internal rotation. So build up. Start with a couple of seconds in this position and then see if you can build up to 10, even 20 seconds. This tends to be a pretty painful stretch. So do what you can, breathe through it, and progress gradually. The second internal rotation stretch is the sleeper stretch. Lying down on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the surface, take the hand on the side that's affected and slide it up along your hip and behind your back. You may need to roll a little to the side to allow space. Slide it underneath there and then rest. Try to hold this stretch as long as you can. Start with a couple seconds and work up to 30 seconds, maybe even up to a minute if you're able to. Some people prefer this stretch, some people prefer the hand behind the back. I highly suggest doing both because they do stretch the shoulder in slightly different ways. All right, once you've held as long as you can, release your arm, rest with your hand by your side, and then repeat. All right, let's wrap up with the upper trap stretch, starting with good posture, head facing forward. Tip your ear over to your shoulder, hold for 5 seconds, and come back up. Tip to the other side, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back up. Continue alternating sides 5 times. So it's a 5-second hold, 5 times on each side. It's important to do these exercises multiple times a day. I suggest shooting for 4 times a day. Frequent, consistent, high repetition stretching is what will help your frozen shoulder resolve. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you right away. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Here's to your healing, health, and happiness. Have a fantastic day.